It's another Friday night, and we're live at Nick's Garage again. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's go find the boss.
It's Friday night, live from Nick's Garage. Welcome, you guys. I just wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine, Tony.
Hi, great to be
Nico. And I also wanted to introduce you guys, Shayad. Shayad used to work with me down at the old shop downtown for 3.5 years, Shayad.
Yeah, about that.
Then you left town for 8 years.
8 years back to Toronto.
Okay, and now he's moving back to Montreal, and now we have him back here working at the shop with us, and he's always played with American muscle cars. So what do you think? You're back here in the shop?
Happy to be back. I mean, I learned a lot my first stint. As you can imagine, Nick's a great teacher. And now I couldn't think of a better place to be. I mean, look at what we've got going on.
And I also want to say welcome aboard. Thanks for coming.
Happy to be back.
We have a lot of cars to fix up, and they're going to keep coming in.
I love it.
Anyways, we got a lot of things to show here tonight. Shad's going to show a few things. I'm going to show you guys a few things. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in the shop, and you know, we got a Charger that just came in, and I've got the 71 Cuda that came in from Massachusetts, belongs to Ray. So, anyways, and then, you know, we've been working on a few cars all day, every day, and there's a few more coming in. Actually, I don't know how many more. I've lost count.
Two more
Two.
in the next couple weeks.
Yes, two, and then there's a third one on its way. So we got to make room. We got to finish a couple of cars. You know, we've been working on this car today. We finally got the hood on, the air grabber, the flashers, and we wanted to get it running. But if you guys wanted to see, this is a car that's going to Australia. It belongs to Theo. It took us a lot of time to fix it up because there was a lot of little details to do. But if you guys want to see what an air grabber does, I'm going to start it up. If you guys want to see it, I'm going to start it, put it on, and then the air grabber door, which we just installed in the stickers too, that work on vacuum. So if you guys are interested to see, I'll get it going and watch what it does. You guys in it?
There's already 400 people here with us tonight,
Okay.
Nick, and I'm sure they want to see.
Okay, so we're not finished, so don't look for the wiper arms, you guys. We still have a few things to put on, but let's get it started. Here we go. Here it is. Beep, beep. We got the flashes working underneath the hood. Okay. Check out the flashes on the hood. Okay, now I'm going to open up the air grabber. Oh, we ran out of gas.
And
You know-
it's gonna close.
It's okay. Then, when you turn off the switch, it should close down. And you know what? Let me see if it's got fuel. Yeah, you know what? You've got to be kidding.
Time to make a trip to the gas station.
You know, time to buy some fuel, man. I mean, we had this car running quite a while. You know, we added a 6-pack. We've added air conditioning. We've added a few suspension tricks. We added a sure grip. We also installed the air grabber hood. And the other thing we had to do was the
Side stripes.
the dust trail
dust
stripe. We
trail.
still have and we have it in the trunk. We're going to put it on. We installed the deluxe steering wheel. We did a lot of little things on this. But you know what? I just wanted to take it for a drive. But tonight, it is snowing outside, so we're not going to do that. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about other things.
I just have to talk about Ante and his super chat. Thank you so much,
Ante.
Ante, one of our most loyal viewers. Thank you, boss.
Ante, how you doing? Ante's from Ontario, Toronto.
No way.
Yes.
So am I. What a coincidence.
Very cool family.
There it is, yes. And he came with his engine here, put on the dynamometer. And you know what? He came with his dad, and we had a great time. We had a great blast. And he built the engine on his own.
Nick, it's also something very else important happening tonight.
What's that?
Melissa just reminded me. It's Bandit's birthday.
Bandit, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Bandit.
And don't look for man, he's not here tonight. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we got on the shop. Let's go.
Happy 21st, Bandit.
And I also wanted to say, you know, I bought a battery cover for the Roadrunner. Let me just show you guys. Let me put this down. And Shal, look at this. I want to show you something. You see this? You buy a battery cover. It's supposed to be slightly bigger than the battery.
Right.
But then this bracket, of course, when you buy it, it fits the battery. Then when you put the cover on, like my Kawasaki Challenger, you wanted to make it look original. We put this on, and of course, it doesn't fit. And I've been trying to find other ones. I tried different models. Nothing works. So what we do is we cut it,
Slightly
we extend it.
modify it. Okay.
Yeah, we welded it a piece of rod of a 1/4 inch or 3/8. Then we paint it black, camouflage it. Then it looks good. We did the same thing on Kowalski.
I won't tell anyone.
Don't, keep it quiet. All right, let's see what else we've got here. We've got, I've got also George. I want to thank George with the Charger. He called me, so he gave me the go-ahead to order headers so we could get his EFI 440 running. So we have no exhaust system, and also put the air conditioner back on. And he's got a big, tall, single-plane intake manifold. You saw it, eh, Tony?
Yes, I did.
It's humongous, isn't it? That is, we'll get to it.
People love the color of this car, Nick. I got to admit, it looks great on camera.
This is one very popular color, F8 green. You know, I think 1/3 of the cars in 1970 were F8 green. Even my Kowalski Challenger, the original color is F8 green. Even the 4 cars that they used in the film with Barry Newman, Kowalski, 3 were white, 1 was F8 green, painted white. So, yeah. I mean, how many F8 greens they made? They made quite a few.
I got to admit, I think Joe Hernandez is here, one of our viewers. He just said this is Mopar heaven. I think he's correct.
It is, and I just wanted to say the other 3 cars coming into my shop, they're all Mopars.
Fantastic.
And I wanted to say something else. We have Ray's Hemi here. You know, it came in because he's got push rods that the cup keeps breaking off. Let me just show you.
Not the coffee cup.
No, the cups of the push rods. And you know, Maverick, these push rods are too long on the exhaust side.
That's right.
So we got a bent push rod here. Let me see if I can roll it somewhere.
On the underside there?
Here. And now, see this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we know when a valve. Now we know when a valve is bent, probably the valve hit the piston. So Shahad put a couple of exhaust valves on the machine, and if you guys want to see how you know a bent valve, sometimes with the naked eye it could look straight, but Shahad went through the machine and you can
see it.
That's it.
I
So
couldn't see it visually.
we'll make a little demonstration.
let's do it.
Okay. And we're going to come back after. We're going to talk about piston ring. But in the meantime, let's go check the valve back there.
Just to remind everybody, this is the Hemi that came in the 71 Hemi Cuda convertible tribute car.
Yes, this is the one that belongs to Ray. If Ray's watching, this is your valve. Here we go.
I got to say thanks to the Bandit for that super chat. Thank you, Bandit.
Okay, I'm going to get this going now. Let me show you guys.
Let me back off a bit here so I can
Come
see
on this side,
what's going
George.
on.
Come on this side and watch this now.
There we go.
Guys, look, the valve looks straight, right? But if you take a good look at the finish. Watch this.
And listen.
Listen good. Now, if you guys take a look here, where it shines, it touches. And then the other side, it doesn't touch at all. Let me just show you. Let me take it off. Let me wipe it. So you guys will understand what we're talking about.
You could hear that pulsing sound as you ground it.
That's right. See here? You can see that. See it's shiny all the way around? This is good, this is good, this is good. Then if you see where it's blacked out, shows you that the valve is bent. Then if you keep cutting it to get it nice and straight, it's going to be too thin. There'll be no margin left. So the valve's going to overheat and it's going to burn. So this is a scrap valve. So this is what happens when you got long push rods, interference, mechanical interference with the valve train. This is what you get. So we've got all these valves here, and most likely the intakes are pretty good, but we're going to have to go through them all to make sure. But then we found something else. Let's go take a look on the same engine, the 426.
This poor Hemi had a lot
Oh.
of things that needed fixing, didn't it?
Yes, let me grab my coffee there, George.
There's your coffee.
There it is.
Sorry, it's tight back here, folks.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's tight back here, but you know what? There we go. Now, let's get that paper on the piston ring gap. Maverick, you gonna listen to this one? Listen good. Where's the paperwork?
Mike J with 20 bucks saying, Happy Friday, fellas.
Happy Friday.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate it. Mike's asking, how's the numbers matching Kowalski 440 coming, Nick?
Good question.
Oh, it's a
I've
sore
got.
subject.
I'm going to say that I've got a lot of engines to do with our clients here. I like to put my customers first. I'm also building a 528 that I want to put on display with a 4-speed and a Dana at the Motorama show coming up in early March in Toronto.
Come and meet Nick in Toronto.
And I'm going to bring my car there and have the Hemi on display, the 528. It's going to be a simple engine we're going to build, but I like to have it on display. It's nice to see a Hemi engine completely detailed without the car, without the body. So you can see all the details. So come to Motorama, you guys are going to see it there.
That'll be cool.
And I want to get back on this. I'm just going to find, give me 1 second. Where's the paperwork? What do I do with the paperwork? I just wanted to show, give me a,
Before we get into the paperwork, maybe we should
show
talk
them,
about the cam.
show them the cam. Here,
So,
here.
for starters, this cam was
This is-
probably a little too aggressive
Yeah, it
for
was-
this vehicle.
Yeah, for this Barracuda 71, here. If you guys take a good look,
And these
are way too
definitely-
strong.
oh,
Yeah. And it wiped out the cam. If you guys can take a good look here, this lobe is nothing like the other lobes, okay? And if you take a good look, if you look at this lifter, the flat side is like a dish. That tells you that the cam is worn out. And one lobe is worn out. So for two reasons, we're gonna scrap this cam. One, the cam lobe is worn out. And two, it's too aggressive. There's no power brakes for it because it's got so much duration, there's no power brakes. So we remove the vacuum pump from the car, and we want to keep it simple. It's a cruiser, it's a driver, so we don't need an aggressive cam. So we ordered something very simple with a little high performance, of course, on it. Until the day we get it, we're going to match it with the springs, the locks, and so forth. So we got to do a nice valve job, clean it up, and it also ran very rich. I'll just show you guys. Look at all the carbon inside the chambers.
Lucky puppy.
And then Shayad's going to show you guys what's the gap on this ring. I'm going to show you this ring right here. And these are Keith Black
Hyper U Tactics.
pistons, right? And when you have this, you should have, it's a rule of thumb on this here, should be 6.5 thou to every inch of a bore. So this is a 4.5 inch bore at 0.0065 equals 20, almost 28 thou gap. Here we have a filler gauge, 22. Okay, watch this. Now this gap on this engine should have been almost 27, 28 thou. Here it is. We put it back in. It's a standard bore. I'm going to show you guys something. There it is.
Nice and snug.
Look at that. Snug tight at 22 thou. This should have been a 28 thou gap. Now if this engine overheated, these rings would butt and then it will score the cylinders. They're not that bad. We're lucky for some reason. But what we're going to do on this engine build, we're going to put all new bearings. We're going to do a valve job, get another cam, put the same pistons in, get brand new rings, re-gapped into the proper gap, and so forth. And then, of course, after that, when it's all detailed and done, it's going to go on a dynamometer.
Nick,
And
let me just put in my 2 cents worth and let you know that Don Lemmy sent you $5.
Thank you, Don.
He says he loves the Roadrunner, loves the 72 Charger, and says, welcome to the new guy.
Yep, there you go, Shad.
Thank you.
Hey, Shayad, welcome aboard.
Just give me a sec. Let me find that paper. I brought it out here so I could show it off tonight.
Where'd it go? There's one under the keys on the Charger, Nick.
No, that's not the paperwork.
That's not that one? Okay.
I also want to say that when the Hemi's done, it's going to look like this. The one for the Hemi Cuda, the one for Toronto, which belongs to Jordan, which is right back here. That's going to look, and this is also the 528 that we're going to put on display. This is my Hemi. They're all going to look exactly like this when they're done, all of them. I just want to find that Keith Black paper.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to remind people that they can watch you tear apart a Hemi in Monday's video, coming up Monday afternoon.
That's right.
Nick's taking down that Hemi for the Cuda.
Like, you know, I just pulled out that paper. I just pulled it out, and where did it go? Here it is.
See right
Here it
there.
is. There it is.
Bingo.
Here it is. Just to get into details, you guys. If you look at this, all the paperwork, you always go with the paperwork when you build an engine. For example, if you guys take a look here, if you look at it, street naturally aspirated, 6.5 thou to every 1 inch bore equals this much, 27.5 thou. So it's about 28 thou. That's what you need as a gap.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And
It was nowhere near that.
so it was nowhere near that. So that's another mistake. You know, I have to say that a lot of things that come into my shop, they need to be properly built. And there's another thing we just found out. Besides just working on the Hemi, I've also been working on the 340. I also, when we tore down the 413, I had a few phone calls that the engine, the 413 from the factory should be the high point, 10 point something, high 10 compression ratio. You know, as you guys watched a few weeks earlier, we took apart the 413 and the pistons were below the deck. And now this is a closed chamber head. I just want to show you guys here live. We're going to do a CC test on a 413 casting that came off this car, which is the 1963 Chrysler 300J, which is right behind you, George.
Excellent.
And
Let me
then-
just throw in here, Nick.
Yes. And
They're coming fast and furious tonight. This CC test is going to be brought to us by the Bandit
okay.
with a $10 super chat. He's pouring them in. Bandit, put your wallet away.
Okay. Anyway, so I guess I'm getting paid for this one.
Let me tell you what he said. He said, Nick's the best gift is to see you on my birthday. And welcome back to the new guy.
Here we are.
Amazing.
Happy
There we
birthday,
go.
Bandit.
Happy
He
birthday,
says, George,
thank you.
the sound on the video is really good tonight. Thank you, Bandit. We're using the same equipment as the last few weeks. We're glad
Okay.
it's working.
It's all good.
And he says it's the best show on YouTube, and Nick's the 440 King.
Okay.
Back to you, Nick.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Bandit.
And I wanted to say most 906 casting heads, okay, you know this, Tony, they're all 88cc, open chamber. I got a 413 cylinder head that belongs to that 413 that came out of that car. We did the valve job, and you know, some people might be thinking, oh, we sunk the valves, that's why we got more cc's. That is not true. We did a slight cut. Then if you take a good look, this cylinder head is not planed whatsoever. So what we're gonna do here right now, I got it ready. I'm gonna measure the cc's, and you guys are gonna see we should get around 89 cc, which is way too much. And if you put it this way, we're nowhere near 10.7 compression ratio. If you guys look at the stick, we're at filled it up at 200 cc, and now we're gonna do a reading. Are you guys ready?
This is a graduated cylinder
That's right.
filled with what? I guess it's just
You have
some,
steady hands?
It is. Yeah, I do have steady
Okay,
hands.
you wanna do it?
Colored water.
Yeah, it's colored. No, this one.
Oh, right.
And then, okay, fill it up, Shayad. Go ahead.
That should come out to
Right
about
here.
70
Open it up. Here we go.
It should.
And don't forget, this is nowhere near, there we go.
So
And then we're going to fill it up, you guys. Make sure we don't have any air bubbles in there. And we are going to plane the heads to get what we want. And if I want to show you something else in a few seconds,
there we see it
let
coming up to the plexi.
Shayad finish what he's doing, and we'll take it from there.
Almost there.
Okay, you're there. You're almost there. Keep going. Those bubbles better come out.
Last little air bubble.
Yeah, it's going. It's going. Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Go a little bit more. Hold on. Let me just move this a bit. Come on, baby.
The tap.
There we go. We're perfect. We're perfect.
We're good.
Okay, hang it back up. Tighten it in place. Let's count the cc's. So tell me what we got. There we go.
This is how you measure an unusual shaped volume by filling it with water and seeing how much water you
Okay, and
displace.
we're trying to figure out, you guys, we're trying to figure out the compression ratio on this engine. So if you guys look at it this way, there's the numbers right here, dude. 75, 80, 85. We're almost at 90 cc. Okay, 90 cc, 89 cc. So if you guys do the math, we're nowhere near 10.5 compression and above. So we need to plane this head. And another thing I wanted to show you guys, both these heads came off the same engine. Now, when you're blueprinting an engine, you want to have everything synchronized, equal or consistent. So this cylinder head is an 89, 90 cc.
That's right.
Now, if you guys look at the other head, it's 86 cc. So what we got to do is we got to plane this head. We got to plane this head a lot more than that one.
15 thou more than the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, something like that. But,
Something like that.
you know, we said our numbers. This is going to be planed 40 thou. This one's going to be planed 55 thou. So this is what we do. This is what we go through our shop. Every little thing has to be looked at. Nothing's perfect. Look at the rings. Look at the camshaft. Look at the cylinder heads. All this needs attention.
Nick, look at the super chats. I got to keep interjecting. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Brent with a super chat. Thank you so much. And Steve Shoemaker with a super chat. Thank you. So
Thank you, guys.
You guys are all too generous.
Thank you. Thank
Back
you.
to you, Nick. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt.
And then now back to Shayad has put all these pieces together with the spirals. This is our 528 Hemi we're building here. It's going to have an 11.63 compression ratio. It's a brand new block, standard bore, 4.5-inch bore, 4150 stroke, and we're going to build it with the set of aluminum heads. Nothing too crazy, you know. And we're going to bring it all assembled to the Motorama show early March. That's right.
We'll see you there, folks.
So during next week, we're going to put this together, and we'll take it from there. And now, the most common question we hear a lot about is the long ram. I just want to say something so I won't confuse people. Something just came in last week. I want to show it to you folks. We're going to go outside. We're going to look at the intake manifold long induction system.
There we go.
And let me find my coffee. I lost my coffee again.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Here, George, just show these two. I'm going to give the explanation in a minute.
How going to help you find your coffee.
Okay, I don't know where I left it. Oh, here it is.
There it is. And
Okay.
Nick, I got to just chime in and say, please don't give Melissa a hard time in the chat, folks. She's our wonderful moderator, but she's got her hands full.
There you go.
So don't
She's
give her
always,
a tough time
and she's a busy lady.
She
Okay.
is, but she's tough, so you give her a tough time and she'll
Don't
get
forget,
tough.
we also want to show them the camshaft out of 413.
Oh yes, yes.
Do that first?
Uh,
Or you want to do that?
okay, let me show them this. Okay, you guys. We've always talked about the 413 that belongs to Mike with the Chrysler 300 1963 from New York City. This is his engine. Okay, this is his intake manifold. So something else came in from Massachusetts. His name is Mark, and he brought this setup in. So they look alike, but they are not alike. Let me explain you guys the difference. These intake manifold, when they're assembled in the car, they're about 3 feet apart, all the same. The difference is, now let's start with Mike's. Mike is a long induction system called the short runner. Okay, short runner, which is about 15 inches. So this intake manifold has a wall between the two cylinders halfway up the tunnel ramp. Then open up here, it's an open planium. So this engine brings the torque, its maximum torque over 3,500 RPM. Then you got the other setup, which is the long runner right here. If you guys can see very well, the divider, the wall in there is a dual plane all the way across. And yes, if you look through here, you guys, you can see it right here. This brings the RPM a much lower RPM. This is the intake system that should make maximum torque at around 2,800 RPMs. So this is the one we are going to do the testing after we've done Mike's, because I don't want to confuse people. I want to stay with the same engine, the 413 that belongs to the Chrysler 300J, which is this one. So we're going to get this engine running, and hopefully we get the numbers we want. You know, they say from the factory it made about 490 foot-pounds of torque and maybe almost 390, 380 horsepower. But are we going to get that? I don't know. And the most important thing is that we have to make sure we're bringing up the compression ratio, and we want to select a camshaft. A camshaft is going to be pretty difficult. So what we did is, we have the old cam here, and I was thinking about getting it polished. But what I said is, you know what? There's no number on the camshaft. We took it out of this engine. Is it the original camshaft of the car? I do not know. There is no numbers on the cam. But we put on a V-block, and we try to measure it. And if you guys want to know how do you measure a lift on a camshaft while it's out, let me show you.
Oh boy, we're learning a lot tonight.
Yeah, you know, this is a real shop, you guys. This is all the thing we do in the shop, because we have a lot of work to do. And you know, I have to thank Robert and Manny helping me out. I got Shad now on board helping me out. Even Nico comes here, helps us out a lot. Maverick always comes up with a lot of good information, I got to admit. And now let me just show you the cam that came out of the 413. Here we go. Let me just show you guys. This is the cam. This is an intake globe. Let me set my gauge to 0. Shayad, you want to give me the calculator, please? Here we go. Watch this. Check this out. This is the cam from the 413. Okay. And I hope it is the original camshaft. Here we go. I'm going to put this here. Okay, watch this now. Okay, watch this. Now we're going to measure the lift. 100, 200, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, about 280?
279.
279. So this is what we do now. We have a lobe lift of 279. So what you do is you take a point, 279 we said? 279. Then you times the rocker arm ratio, which is a 1.5. So we go 1.5, and it equals 418, 420 lift. So this is what we have on this cam. Now, those are the numbers. Is the cam a little bit wiped out, worn out? I don't know. But what is very, very, very common with this engine, I have with a lot of comments I've been reading on our channel, people giving me part numbers and descriptions on the cam. Even Melling is helping me out. He had a camshaft that was on the shelf from Melling Performance. Okay, I spoke to one of my, one of my connections there at Melling.
Experts.
Yeah, and they told me, Nick, you know, we got a cam that was made for the Chrysler 300. What model, what year, what letter, I wasn't so sure. So he passed it down to me and said, you know, take a look at it and tell me what you think. So we don't know where we stand. We have a lot of cams to pick from. I've been trying to call CompCam. They're always busy. They put me on hold. So it's tiring to always keep waiting. So I gave up on it. So this is a very important thing that we get the right camshaft for this engine, because I find it hard to believe when you got 10.7 compression, which we don't, we're going to get it there. And then it made that kind of horsepower. A 6-pack, a full 46-pack. They're rated at 10.5 compression ratio, rated at 490 foot-pounds of torque, 390 horsepower with a 6-pack. Okay? But none of these engines have gone over 10.0 compression ratio. None of them. How do they make the power? Were the numbers real? Were they not real? We don't know. But the time will come, do the best we can, and then we put on the dynamometer. The most common question is, Nick, when are you going to put this 413 on the dynamometer?
Everyone wants to know.
And that's good. That is exactly what everybody wants to know. And if you guys want to know, it is no longer a 413. It's been bored out to 4.25 inch. Right now, it's a 426 wedge. So it's going to be pretty interesting with that long induction system, short version. I'm going to fix the carburetors, tune it up. And like I said earlier, we're going to put the engine on the dynamometer with a 4-barrel. We're going to break in the cam with the 4-barrel. We're going to do all our testing with a dual-plane high-rise. Then take it all off, put on the long ram, long induction system. Then we're going to take it from there.
Nice.
What do you think, guys?
Sounds
This
great.
is going to be pretty.
I'm very curious to see.
We're going to be working. We're going to be working overtime on this. Let me tell you. So there you have it. What else can I show? Okay,
I'm
we
gonna
got.
treat myself to some new earplugs for that day, I think.
Yeah, and we better bring extra batteries and extra cameras, because you know those two carbons are like 3 feet apart.
You know me, Nick. I'm addicted to buying more and more cameras. I can't
Yeah.
stop.
Yes,
One thing I wanted to mention, that's supposed to be a mechanical cam.
it is a mechanical cam. Yes, I forgot to mention that. Yes, this is a solid lifter mechanical cam that came out of the car. That's factory. It did come with solid lifters out of the car.
Must have been a job to adjust those
And
rockers.
right, and you know what? To adjust the rockers on this, because we may go back to mechanical camshaft, solid lifter. Because you know what? Let me just say something. You know, it's not a daily driver. It's a cruiser. It's a weekend car. It's a summer car. It's up here in New York. He's not going to go racing with it. So when is he going to do the adjustment on the rockers? 10,000 miles. When is he going to do that? In 8, 9, 10 years? I don't know. But anyways, Mike, if you're watching, we might go back to mechanical camshaft. I'm not sure yet. We're still working on that. And then when the time comes, you're going to find out.
It seems to me like it's a much bigger flex too when you go to the car show and you say, you know what I got to do to adjust my rockers?
Yeah, and
I got
you
to take all this off.
and you got to take off. Yes, if you want to adjust the rockers, you got to remove the induction system, take off the valve covers, and then take out your filler gauge and start adjusting the rockers.
Yikes.
Now
It's a challenge.
I've got a question
Go ahead.
too. Those two long rams that are here now,
Yes.
and one of them was brought by our friends from Massachusetts.
Mark,
with
yes.
the 440, that
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful 440.
Yes,
I'm curious. Are we gonna try those both intakes on his 440?
I don't know yet. Let me ask you. That's a good question, because Mark brought this. It's not a 413. It's a 440 wedge motor,
yes.
and this is the best part. This is the best part. Listen to this, Maverick.
Yeah.
He had that 440 with a 4-barrel with a single plane.
Single plane, right?
He made about 500 foot-pounds of torque and about 500 foot-pounds of torque and 500 horsepower with the 4-barrel, with a single plane.
Single 4-barrel.
Then he put the long ram,
The long ram.
long run, that's right. And he's lost 100 foot-pounds of torque and 100 horsepower.
Yikes.
So this is the reason why he brought it here, to see if we could find that power back on with the long ram instead of the 4-barrel.
Wow,
So before we do all that, we're going to do all our research on Mike's 413. Then we're going to take it from there.
There it is.
Makes sense.
Okay? I don't want to confuse the people, because right now we have two engines that are alike, and let's stick with Mike and work with Mike and work on that 413, or we call it a 426 right now.
Boy, if people are into rare Mopar intakes, did they ever come to the right place?
Yeah, and you know what? Like I've always said, you don't know what's going to come through my door next. So, TJX, I've been in business for so many years. Now I have two long induction systems under a roof in less than a month.
Yeah.
I
What
can't
didn't
believe
even
it.
crazy
mention the
is that?
cross ram.
Oh, yes. And you know what? Then we got Jim's 440 Max, which we're working on. I'm waiting on the cylinders because we send them out to get machined, because we put a cam in it. We need a little bit more compression ratio. So we have another interesting engine, the 440 from outside of Sarnia, Ontario. And it's going to be a 440 Max Rich. That's going to be pretty interesting also. That belongs to a 64 Fury, Plymouth Fury.
That'll be nice.
So we got a lot of engines lined up. And I've got also let's go back to see the 340 that came in from Texas.
Let's do it. Update on the 340.
Yeah.
Nick, I guess you're gonna be taking a lot of notes.
Oh, listen, we don't stop here. You know, we spend a lot of nights, and you know, I've done a lot of teardowns lately. And if you guys want to notice here, the key is missing because you know, Brad brought this car in so we could do an engine overhaul. But you know, everybody has a list. So he said that the passenger door would not open with the same key from the ignition. So we had the key sent out, a cylinder, okay, to make it work. So now both these doors are going to work with the ignition key. And not only that, what I do a lot of times, like I've also done for the Roadrunner and for many other customers, we always make a second set of keys all the time. And there you are, right here. And then unfortunately enough, we have to clean up this engine bay. We're going to go to electronic ignition, build this engine for 350 to 390 horsepower on a small block Mopar. And you know what freaks me out? Look at this. You see that tray, that battery tray? The CUDA, it came in black. This one came in black. The Roadrunner came in black. They're all supposed to be body color. So we have the Roadrunner painted orange. We have the CUDA. Can you get me the plate there, the battery tray? We had the CUDA painted blue, and now this one's going to be painted orange. I don't know why they're always black. I have no idea. And you know, we're going to electronic ignition on this, and it came out, the engine came out with points. There it is. This is the correct way to do it.
No,
Paint the
I
bolt.
like to consider myself Picasso with a paint can, but
Yeah.
Nick did a pretty good job
Yeah,
painting this thing.
you know, we don't have a body shop here.
B5 blue, yeah.
Yes, that's it. Now that is correct.
Nick,
Okay,
could
thank
they all
you.
be black because that's one of the first parts to rut away, so they're putting in replacements?
I
They
don't
just paint
know.
them?
I don't know why. And you know, there should be body color, so we're going to paint them anyways. And what freaks me out is here, this car, we took the engine out of it, and it was points instead of points on the distributor. And I noticed you got the electronic control box right there, the ECU. Anyways, you know, like Brad said, Nick, take it. I ordered some new harness, and we're going to do a cleanup underneath the engine bay. Okay, I just want to say something else. Shayad, we're going to turn it over. What do you say?
Yeah, why not? That's
I want to
a
say,
little easier.
I've got something here. It's a transmission. And it's a 727 Torque Flight that belongs to Pierre from Ottawa. We did him a 446 pack not long ago. Shad, you can turn it upside down, man.
It's really gross in there.
You know, we took off. Come here, just give you some details.
I don't know if you're able to.
You can't see it.
in
We
there.
took.
You're going to have to look on Instagram, folks, to see the close-up of what we saw in that hole. It will turn your stomach. Don't
Okay.
look while you're eating.
You know what?
How about you? Let's turn this sideways.
Turn it, no, turn it up. Turn it straight up. Turn it straight up. Don't worry. And by the way, you guys, this stand is custom made in our shop by Dan.
Beautiful stand.
Okay. Turn it upside down, Shia, and take it right off the pan. You know, we took off the wine cork cap. We had it here plugged in because there's no dipstick. Right. We want to make sure no dirt goes in. But today, this is the way it was delivered to me. Oh, put it straight flat. Put it straight
It
flat.
doesn't want to go back into the pin.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get it somewhere. Ready?
Okay.
Put it anywhere near. You see? There we go.
Just a little safety first, y'all.
Okay, there. We're gonna take off the pan and want to see what's in there because looking in the dipstick hole, it's a mess. Now, it could be nice, could be not, I don't know.
It looks pretty gross at first glance.
And of course, this transmission is brought here so we can rebuild it. So let's take it apart and see what we got.
And this is a 727?
Yeah,
or
727 Torque Flight.
Now the 904s are the small ones.
Yeah, that's right. This is the heavy duty version.
Yeah, I still remember a few things.
And you know, this has been sitting around for a long time. So let's take off the oil pan and see what we got.
Apologies to the people on the headphones for the sound. This is really
Oh yeah, true, eh?
very loud.
It's true. I forgot to take the other.
It's all good.
Okay, let's see what we got under here, man.
Oh, let me go. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Oh, it's only-
It's just literally in the corner.
It's only where the. Okay,
See,
so
there
it's
you
not
go.
that bad.
Don't judge a book by its. I don't know if you want to call this the cover.
Well, you know what? It's okay. He told me to tear it down. Okay, I thought it'd be a big mess.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. So it's okay. Anyways,
Seen
that's
worse.
and
When we were peeking through the hole before, it looked like the bottom of the sea. in there.
yeah. So you know what? Don't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh wow.
so this is another thing we're gonna tear down and rebuild for Pierre.
Awesome.
Good
Okay.
news, Pierre. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. Anyways, you can leave it at that. We're gonna have to tear it down next week, and you know we have so much work to do, and you know, like I've always said, if the parts keep coming in, we'll keep going.
And it's not really work when you love what you do.
Oh, you better believe it. This is what I love doing. That's what we like. I got this 340. Haven't done a small block in a long time. This is going to be nice.
We filmed the teardown of this as well. You're going to see that in a couple of weeks. And Nico was lucky enough to assist his uncle on that.
Yeah,
one.
Nico was here on this one. Thank you, Nico.
Very cool.
Thanks for teaching me.
And there's my cork for the wine bottle. That's what we use to, once you remove a dipstick, this is what I use all the time. When a car goes to transport and the dipstick's missing, we always plug it in. Or when you put a transmission in storage, if you don't have the dipstick tube, this is the perfect thing. And it works all the time.
Nick, 993 people watching right now. Let's
Come on,
tip it
you-
over 1,000, everybody.
Come on, let's go over 1,000, guys. Come on, let's start the road on, rev it up, put the air grabber on, put the
Call your
lights
friends
on.
and tell them to tune into Nick's Garage
I love it.
right
Hmm.
now.
I have a feeling if you had an engine to start, that might bring in a few more viewers.
And you know, I don't have anything in the dyno room because I don't have anything ready right now. Everything that's done has been dyno tested and delivered.
And the Roadrunner just ran out of gas.
Oh, yeah. We can't start it. We ran out of gas on the Roadrunner. Don't worry, we're running fuel when the car came in from California. And we've never added fuel, but you know what? It's time we get fuel in this thing.
Oh, Maverick's getting some fuel.
Do we have any fuel? You know what? Go check.
Even the
It's
tanks
empty. You know what? I can't believe we ran out of fuel. I can't believe it.
Good
Never-
effort, Tony.
You know what? Check in our dyno. You know how to fill up.
Dyno fuel.
You know how to fill up the container. If there's any fuel in the dyno room, please bring it. I want to put some in the Roadrunner.
Siphon the dyno.
But then again, I'm gonna have to crank it to bring the fuel to the carburetors because from the tank to the front, you know, we've upgraded the fuel line in this car. We went from a 5/16 fuel line to a 3/8 fuel line with a vapor return line. So we also had to change the unit, gas gauge unit inside the gas tank. We also had that replaced.
Now, this car didn't come with two fuel lines, correct?
No, 383 comes with one fuel line. So the fuel line we have set up right now is a Hemi setup. And we also installed these short grip, frame connectors, heavy duty torsion bars, fast ratio, idler arm, pitman arm. We added a skid plate. What else have we done? We also added a deluxe steering wheel.
Oh, that was.
We also put two new mirrors. We had this re-chromed. We had the molding re-chromed on the,
Fresh, beautiful.
on the hood.
Just put this on today.
We added an air grabber hood. We added a 6-pack. Open it up. And we also have, open it up for me, Nick, please. I just also want to say, you guys, this is not the original lid on the air cleaner. The one that I have ordered is a brand new one with a Roadrunner. So this is only temporarily. But look at all the detail work underneath of an air grabber on a 1970 Roadrunner.
Vacuum assisted.
Fuel, Maverick? Let's go.
Do you have some? Yeah. Okay, take the silver funnel, not that one for the car, the silver funnel. Chad, you
Yeah, I'll
want to
take that one. I'll take this funnel. Okay, you know what?
Yeah, get the silver.
I'll grab the silver funnel.
Okay, we're gonna put some fuel in the car, get it running again. I'm very, very, very surprised. And you know, we did another thing on this. I also had the booster replaced for the power brakes. We had one on before, it was a jobber, and it was working. Now we installed a factory booster, which I very hard to find another one. I had one left, I found it, I installed it, and now we have no more power brakes. So we gotta go back into that. You know, we had to find the lever to put behind the brake pedal to work with the factory booster. And we're not lucky with that, so we're gonna have to take out the booster and look at it and see what's going on.
Nick, if I could say something just the tiniest bit negative,
Hmm.
there's one part of this car I've been hoping that got fixed since the day it arrived, but nobody's mentioned it yet. These modern wheels.
Yep, 17-inch wheels.
Oh, I just don't like them on this car. I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
I hope they go in the garage one day and somebody gets some original.
And
looking
you know, a
wheels.
lot of people that come into my shop, they love them. They just love them.
Yeah,
They're nice, but you know,
they look nice, just not on this car.
I'm
That's
one
right.
of those guys who loves them.
There we go. Somebody likes them. I'm just too old. That's my problem.
yeah. How many quarts of fuel, or should I say gallons we have?
Maybe 1 quart or two. It's not a whole lot, but
That's good for about 5 seconds.
Listen, man, listen. Now I've gotta crank it. You know, to get the air grabber to work, it works on vacuum from the engine. And if the engine doesn't run, we can't open up the air grabber. And we just got that installed today.
Nick, I've started a battle in the chat. Half the people are saying, I agree with George. And the other people are saying, I love those wheels.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 thing, eh?
Maybe a few more saying they want original.
Okay, I'm gonna put down my coffee. And again, I'm gonna say I wanna thank all our viewers that send us so much coffee from around the world. It's
Check
We're
out
never-
the collection now. The
we're never
fridge
gonna
is
run out of
covered.
coffee.
Look at it all.
They just keep coming.
And chocolate milk.
Yes,
All different varieties, all different blends.
from all over.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, I'm
Got a
just
milk
gonna.
coming up soon too.
I'm gonna crank it over. I'd love to see that air grabber work. You know, there was so much detail work done in this. Okay.
You want me to close the hood?
Yeah, please. Okay, here we go.
Here comes the thunder.
Here goes the thunder. But I'm gonna have to crank it to bring the fuel up. Well, give it time. Give it time.
Come on, baby.
I hope it's that.
Oh, live TV. This is what it's like. Oh, the suspense.
Just open the hood. Make sure there's no fuel leak, just in case.
The suspense.
I doubt it, but I don't smell any raw fuel, anyways. Okay. You have to push up on the hatch.
There it
Okay.
Sniff, sniff.
It looks good.
I don't smell anything.
Okay. Here we go.
Come on, little Roadrunner.
This is the first time I got a. Oh, maybe something else went wrong.
Got stage
No.
fright.
Cheyenne, I don't think it's that. I think it's something else.
Oh, dear.
Oh, well, like I said. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
It sounded like it wanted to on the first crank.
I know. For some reason.
It had fuel in it.
You know what? Maybe it's a spark or something. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we can always figure it
You
out.
want to see if there's any fuel?
Yes.
Can you hear it or see it?
1,022 watching as we try to start this car.
Okay.
Yeah, we got fuel.
We got fuel.
Yeah, we got fuel.
So
There's the fuel. Smells good.
It does. It smells high octane.
I'm gonna turn it over, you guys. Okay?
Give it a shot.
I'm gonna turn it over. Watch it.
Watch your eyebrows.
There we go. There we go. Okay, we're back in business. You know what it is to fill up 3 carburetors when they're dry, when it runs out of fuel. Anyways, we put a few quarts in there. And the reason I wanted to get it started so I could show you the air grabber. Here. I just love the flashes in the hood. Look at that. I just love this here. And the horn, check it out. There we go.
Beep, beep.
Check out the lights, eh? Is that unique or what? We left the original badge 383 on it. And now, let's open up the air grabber.
One more time.
And it's vacuum operated. Here we go. Is that cool or what? Check it out, air grabber. That's the Ram Air System. The only one of its kind, only from Chrysler. Is that something or what, eh? And you can see the air cleaner right inside. And you can hear that breathing air. You can hear it. Listen to it.
It's got a
I
nice
like to
little
warm it
rhythm.
up before I kill it. I like to warm it up. And there you have it, eh?
Beautiful.
Look at that lights. They're beautiful, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. You know, like I said earlier, we're not done with this car. We still have a few more things to do on it. We got the side stripe, which is the dust trail stripe. We got that. It's in the trunk, so we're gonna get it done. And
Oh, she sounds.
she sounds great, doesn't it?
I love it.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of gas.
Rum, rum.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the smell is beautiful.
All right. Now I'm going to turn off the switch. Watch the air grabber door close down. Watch this. Here we go. Okay, switch off. There you go.
Like a glove.
And it's also got the beautiful flashes right here in the front, eh? Isn't that awesome?
Super cool.
I just love it. Now, the only thing I want to do with this thing after we do a couple more things, we're done with the car. I want to take it for a wild, wild ride because I remember when this car came from California with my client that bought it from Australia. He bought it out of the state of California, had it shipped here so we could do some work on it. And I remember test driving the car, and I was driving it. It had no it had no shield grip, it had no power. And some people made a comment because it's got no power, maybe it needs a tune-up. But as you guys, we did an earlier video, when we tore down this engine only had 8.2 compression ratio. So anyways, right now it's got a lot more than that. We tuned it up, we put a six-pack on it, we put an air conditioning on it. We did a little bowl work on the 452 castings, which is hardened seats. Speaking of that, because I want to say something else, and I want to bring that up right now, because a lot of people made a lot of comments. So anyways, this is the Roadrunner, and when it's done, I wanted to say that this car, when it's done, it's going to be shipped to Australia.
All the way to Oz.
And then I wanted to say something about,
Did you hear that, Fiona and Tommy?
sorry?
I wonder if Fiona and Tommy are still with us all the way down to Australia.
Fiona from Australia. Fiona and family, if you guys are watching, I know you're the Roadrunner specialist of Australia. If you want to know, this is a Roadrunner, and it's going to Australia.
Nice.
So you might see it there when it's over there. And I also wanted to talk about something with a lot of comments came up to me when I was doing the video on the 413 valve job because a lot of comments said that I did not install hardened seats in the cylinder heads. But you know what? Let me say something to you guys. You know, if you guys Google hard rod motor trend, you'll find an article there that they say, I don't care what anybody else says, but I agree with them 100%, that if you're not going to race the car, if you don't have a steep gears, if you're not going to tow with the vehicle, if you're not going to rev it high, you're not going to go racing with it, the car would work with the regular heads with a fresh valve job.
In other words, 95% of the people who come to your shop
Yes.
don't need
And I wanted to say, I've built a few cars for many years, still running today, weekend drivers, summer cars only, with a regular valve job, without hardened seats, and they've been driving, and I've never had any issues.
Right
Some
on.
of you guys won't believe me, but believe me, I've done it before. For example, like that 413, does that car look like it's going to go racing every weekend?
I don't
You think
think so.
Mike's going to put it on the floor?
Maybe.
He just,
maybe a little.
yeah, you could put it on the floor here and there.
But for those situations, you can always add a little bit of lead to the gas,
Very true.
right?
So
Nick,
there's,
let me just interrupt and give you a quick Happy New Year from Port Orange, Florida. Thank you very much, Ed Grant,
thank you, thank you.
with your super chat.
Thank you. And back to what I was saying about the unleaded seats, like you said, you could always add a little
Yeah.
lead additive, and it's no big deal.
If you're not racing, you're fine.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of these engines we built here, like you're going to learn, Shayad, a lot of these guys are not racers, they're cruisers. They want a little bit more horsepower, like everybody else, and they want to drive the car maintenance-free, no headaches, and of course, they just want to cruise with them on the weekend. And they're for summer only, weekends only.
And again,
So,
it's not just Nick saying that. Hot Rod Magazine agrees with him.
that is correct. So you guys, if you Google Hot Rod Motor Trend, look it up, and I have an article right here in my office. Look it up and take it from there.
There you go.
Okay?
It's good enough for me.
All right. Now, I also want to say a special thanks shout out. I'm going to go into my engine room. Let's give out the shout out.
Let's go say hi to some folks.
I can't believe we ran out of fuel in the Roadrunner. I can't believe that.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not believe that.
So
So
much back and forth on that thing.
we talked about the piston ring.
Yes.
We talked about the push rod.
Did we talk about the?
No,
No, that's not
that's
that
something
important.
else. Yeah. We talked about the 340.
Yes.
The torque
Hardened
flight.
seats.
I thought it'd be rusted in there, but it's not rusted, so that's okay.
Good
We're gonna tear that down next week. Talked about the charger. Talked about the long induction system on both engines.
The bent valves we did.
The bent valve on the Hemi that belongs to Ray.
Right.
And this engine, we're gonna get a new cam. It's got a worn out cam. And we're gonna put,
yeah.
and we're also gonna put the correct valve springs and retainers on this Hemi.
Holy Crowley, John Visner with a $50 super chat.
John, thank you,
Pulling
man.
out all the stops. He says,
Thank
hi,
you.
Nick. We need to talk about building a 500 horsepower 440 for his 1968 Roadrunner.
Yeah, my brother was talking about building, I'm sure you know about it, Tony. Now we're talking about building a 440 with cast iron heads to make 500 horsepower.
There you go. So you can build one for John Visner too?
Yeah, we're working on that. We're
Thank you,
working
John.
on that. So that's our next project. But the problem is, there's a lot of research we got to do on it. We can do it. It's just that when you have one client after another coming in here, you're going to see what I'm talking about, Shayad. Well, it's, you know, we got one engine, and another engine. And every car that comes in has a list.
Yes.
You saw Ray's list.
Yes, I did.
You saw Brad's list.
I did.
He has a little list. Of course, now we added it.
Gone through most of it already.
Yes, yes. The Roadrunner had a list. The Camaro, we got to do the fuel injection 69. That's in storage.
Holly Sniper.
And then we got this one to finish it. Yes, that's right. And we have another Sniper fuel injection to do on this car.
This vehicle, yes.
And another Happy New Year coming in from Joel Jenkins in Pittsburgh.
Thank you,
very
Joel.
much, Joel.
Thank
for your
you.
$10 super chat. Thank
And
you.
we hit over 1,000 viewers tonight.
That's
Way
amazing.
over.
We did it again.
Amazing.
Hey, thank you guys, man. Thank you for watching. Too much. We got the best viewers, man. I'm sorry. So anyways, I want to give out a special thanks to ours. I want to do a little shout out. And maybe we could read some comments.
We should also send a shout out to Melling
Melanie, yeah.
for
They help.
hooking us up with that 413 cam
Yeah.
and
They-
working with Nick.
Yeah, Melanie sent me this, and I said, you know what? Let me look into it.
Thank
They
you,
go,
Melanie.
yeah, because they said, you know, we have a cam on the shelf that's for a 300 Chrysler
How many
Series.
years do you think this cam might have been sitting on the shelf?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. You know what? It's a performance cam, but we have to look into it. We got to do some homework. It's a little bit delicate because a lot of people are into this camshaft, and the specs, the numbers I got is astronomical. How many people talk about it? So, anyways, we're gonna work on that in the future. So let's get the valve job done. We'll get the valve job done.
Okay.
Put the we have the short block ready, and the cam will be later on.
Nick Dana Wick sent you $5 in a super chat, and he's got a very good question.
Yes.
What's up with the black diamond and the paint job?
The Black Diamond, actually, George was here today. I wanted to ask him. I totally forgot because my mind was on the air grabber hood. I'm hoping, you know, it's hard to say, but it's a lot of work done on that car.
Sure is. It's
We,
been
we,
beautiful
we,
work.
we participated in a lot more work than we expected, you know. And if he could paint it by next month, I'll be more than happy.
It's got to be really close. Last time we were there, he was making great progress, and he did say around the new year. So
Yes, and I have to admit, I interrupted him when I sent him the Roadrunner to get the hood painted.
Yeah, we
Then we had to
started
paint part of the engine bay.
Little
Then we had,
touch-ups.
yeah, and then we had to paint on the side of the quarter panel or something. But we took a lot of time on that one. So
But we all have enormous faith in George. We know
Yeah.
he's going to be able to do it.
and he's doing it. Cost us on it. Actually, he was working on the car today.
Oh, really?
Black Diamond.
Okay.
We used to call it Swiss cheese.
Not
Now we
now.
call
I
it.
wonder why.
Now we call it Black Diamond. Anyways, what did I do with my glasses?
Uh-oh.
I left them on the car there.
Right over there. Right there.
Okay, so anyways, we talked about the cam, talked about 528, and we have a lot of camshells on back order. Okay, and I want to congratulate the winner of the $2, which is a Ford LTD 1976. We're waiting for the shirt to come in so we can pack it up, put the whole package together, and send it to you.
And of course, there were
And
11
also-
other winners, and we're still waiting to hear from most of them.
Yeah, which was on the live show, which is number 77. You guys, if you want to see the names, not everybody checked in with us, which was 2 weeks ago. So you guys, the guys that have not commented yet, please, what was the George that we had to do?
You go and check underneath the live show number 77. There's a pinned comment there with the names of all the winners.
Okay.
Then all you got to do is send us an email proving it's you. So yeah, like a screenshot from your open Google account, and we'll be sending you your prize.
There you go. And I also want to say a special thank you to Tommy, Fiona, and Austin and Tommy for all the kind comments and the super thanks. All the way from Australia, I believe. Thank you very much, you guys.
They've been going all through the channel, dropping super thanks on all the old videos. So
Wow,
can't
they
believe
have time to do that?
They're so
Wow.
generous. Can't believe it. Thank you guys.
And of course, and then I want to say a special thank you to Joseph who sent us donuts from Connecticut.
And
Joseph and coffee, yes,
Yep.
yes. And we got that, and I want to thank everybody.
I'm a big guy, and those donuts were as big as my head.
You know what? They were good. They were good. But you know, I'm sure they would have tasted a lot better when they came out of the oven back
Fresh
there.
out of the oven,
Oh,
in
yeah.
Connecticut.
Yeah, in
Was
Connecticut.
right?
That would have been for sure awesome.
Look for that mail time opening in a upcoming show. Probably in 2 weeks, you'll see the
there
mail
you
time
go.
opening up.
So we did 1,000 plus.
Yes.
Again.
bad.
Not
Not
bad.
bad. You
Not
said-
bad.
you said it
I got to
we
thank
did
my
it.
viewers on that, man. You guys. I got to thank you guys.
Thank you, viewers.
Okay, so you want to see how the comments come in? Let's go see. Or the chat. The
I'm
chat.
curious. I'm curious.
Cheers.
Let's set you up here in chat position.
I also wanted to say that all these 3 Hemis I'm building, the one for
3 or 4.
oh,
I think
Max.
I had 4.
I also want to thank Max from Michigan. I want to thank him very much for this Christmas card. But what freaked me out the most is U.S. Postal Service. Tony, Nico, you got to see this.
Okay.
Check this out. Check that out. Check out the stamp, you guys. Now this is a Dodge guy.
Can you see it on the screen there, Nick?
Yep, hold it right there.
Oh,
Perfect.
it's gotta be
Right there.
That is
How cool is
awesome.
that?
It-
How
crazy.
cool
Where
is
did you
that?
find
That is a 69 Dodge
Good old
Charger.
US of A, buddy.
Good old US of A. Check it
America.
out.
Yeah.
America. Check it out, eh? Is that something or what,
That
eh?
is so cool.
Yeah,
And it's doing a burnout.
it's doing a burnout. This is what Dodge is all about, okay? So anyways,
All the
Max,
Canadian viewers, write your local politician and start a fund for some Canadian muscle car stamps.
Well, the Challenger is made in Brampton, Ontario.
Absolutely.
that's right. It's assembled there, yes. And my wife said, hi, Nick. Love your show. Thank you, Bandit. Thank you. Scott Gibson. Nick, you and your team are amazing. I love your episode. More power forever. Thank you.
We got a hi from Quebec City.
Yeah, there we go.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Quebec.
Where? Yeah, I know.
Coming up.
Yeah. Here we go. Michael Ackerman. Hi from Ohio, USA. It's going fast, man. I can't catch up.
I
on
know.
this.
And someone wants to know
can't.
what happened to the Bonneville.
The Bonneville?
The
Oh,
Pontiac.
the Bonneville, we got it going and it's running. We just put it in storage for now because my customer has to do some work on the frame. So that's going to be done by somebody else, not in our shop.
Nope.
So we're going to wait on that in the future. But in the meantime, the Bonneville right now, after you install the gas tank, it runs on its own.
Yes, finally.
Finally,
no,
yeah.
no more jerry can rigged up in the engine bay.
I kind of like the nickname Bombville. That's pretty cool.
Bonneville, yeah.
Bomberville.
Mike P. What happened to the system? Okay, that's Mike.
Lima, Peru. Hello.
Look at that.
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Missouri.
Yeah, Monsieur,
Hey.
they're all over the place, man.
Thanks again, Melissa, for
love
posting
it.
my channel.
Yeah, Melissa's doing it for you.
Hey, awesome.
A 71 Subaru 3K a month later, he wanted to sell it. No one would give him. I know they couldn't
Hi
sell.
from Laval. Why don't you stop by?
Lordy Mike, come by. We're not far. We're in Laval. Ontario loves Nick's Garage.
Yes,
I'm
they
sure of
do.
that, Oxyfeet, because being to Motorama last year,
Yeah.
we met a lot of viewers at the Motorama show in Toronto last year.
What a blast.
But this is going too fast, man. Brian, Happy
Hey.
New Year from Oklahoma. Thank you, Brian.
Thailand. Nice.
Thailand, where? Where?
Larry Lindsay.
Oh, there's another guy from Thailand.
Amazing.
There's a Byron in Thailand. There's another one, Larry from Thailand. Hey, thank you.
Thanks for watching.
My daughter was in Thailand not long ago. Actually, 3 weeks ago.
I think we need to ignore that comment.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is crazy. I need some advice on my 426
Thank-
Hemi in Lima, Peru.
Okay. Simple Simon, thank you.
Bandit wants you to bring your guitar, Nico.
Sure, if you guys want to, we'll jam just before the live show.
Yeah, bring it. Hemi Cuda 572. Hello, Nick. I need some advice on my Fortis Hemi in Lima.
Having problems with CNC heads is what
Where?
he said.
Okay, which having problems, CNC head should be perfect, man.
Details.
Details. Yeah, we do a lot of details here, man. Hello from Florence. Happy New Year, Nick. Henry, thank you, Henry. Blinky One. Hi, Nick, George, and others. Welcome to the new guy. Okay, Shaya, that's you.
Thanks for
Thank
watching,
you.
Blinky.
Yeah. Here we go. Annette, that's your mom. Saying Happy New Year,
Ah,
gang.
your mom.
Your mom.
That family dog.
Amazing.
Mike Follow, hello from Portland, Oregon. Thank you, Mike. Here's a Juka. Hey, Nick, you can't. I lost it again.
You got to read faster. My
I know,
CNC
I'm a
ported
sorry.
426
Come over
Hemi
and meet my.
heads.
Okay, to meet my two sisters.
That's him right there. CNC
Yeah.
426 brass tubes installed in the intake push rod holes. They're sucking oil.
Oh,
Brass tubes on the intake push rod.
oh wow, sucking oil. You know what? Send me an email. Maybe I'll look into it. Give me an email. It's 24 degrees Celsius in West Palm Beach, Florida. Mike, you're lucky, buddy.
Good gravy.
God, what are we doing here? Richard Lowell. Thank you, Richard. Jeff, Virginia Beach, checking in.
Hey, there's Ray Kuda from Massachusetts. We love your car.
Hey, Ray, how you doing? Ray, we're working on yours. We tore it down. We're going to change cams. We're going to change rings. We're going to keep the same pistons. And this time we're going to gap the rings the way they should be. And we're going to install your cam that has power brakes. And we're going to detail. George, I got to see this. I got to show. And I want to show Ray, your engine's going to look like this. Hold on.
There it is.
Bring it up. Your engine should look like this in your car.
Make sure you're watching Monday, Ray, so you
Okay.
can see the engine coming apart under Nick's tutelage.
There we go. Okay, Ray, this is what you're going to have. And this also goes for Jordan from Toronto.
Details matter.
And this also goes for my
they do.
528 that's going to be on display at Motorama. Okay, here we go. I think you can show and chat down. Dana Wick. There's another one. God, Bill Jameson got here late tonight. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you.
Minus 13 in Estonia.
Estonia. Wow, 3 feet
3
of
feet
snow.
We've probably
Wow.
got them beat snow-wise. Maybe not right
Wow.
now, but
Here's another one. James, thank you very much, James. Best show on YouTube. Long Island loves you. Thank you.
We appreciate it. Strong Island.
In
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
like that.
Hey, Lee. Thank you, Lee.
Shopcat Industries wants to know if we can do a cam setup in a 4.6 Mustang.
No, that's you and Manny's field. You guys are Ford guys.
We're the Ford guys,
Yeah,
allegedly.
you like Mustangs. Manny's a Ford guy.
I've owned 47 Mustangs.
There you go. 47.
47,
Wow.
yeah.
Buy and sell.
While we're talking about the cold, I got to tell you, I watched Cold War Motors do a cold start of one of their beautiful big Chryslers, minus 32 degrees.
Are you kidding?
Minus 32.
No, I couldn't do that. The Black Ghost. Okay, here.
Wowzers.
Christine Pittman, hi from USA. This gal loves your vids. Would you leave or restore the Black Ghost, which is now up for auction? I didn't
No,
know.
no, we
What?
can't
I
touch
didn't.
that car.
The
No.
selling it?
Black
No,
Ghost.
no,
you
that's
can't be.
not right.
You can't be saying the
That's
Black
not
Ghost.
right. That should stay in the family,
It
man.
should.
That,
It should.
That car.
It's
yeah.
going up for auction.
Oh, no.
No, that car should have been. It's got history.
Yeah, we just watched the video like not even a week ago.
You know, his father.
Again, it's amazing.
His father drove it in Detroit, man.
Yeah.
It's at Meekum right now.
You're kidding.
That's
Yes,
disappointing.
But
Maybe they're
They
going to
said
buy it
to
and give
put-
it back to him.
no,
Wouldn't that be nice? Some millionaire bought it and
Yeah.
gave it back to the family.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
yeah, people aren't that
they
nice.
said the Brothers Collection guys are looking at it, and another source said
Any
that,
serious collector would be after that car.
right, another,
Yeah.
I
another
mean,
source
one
said,
of one of one of one.
You know, I have to say, Tony, you know this very well. We were the Black Ghost on one show with the Hemi Cuda that I had for many, many years.
You got to send a
No kidding.
shout
That
out
was the
to
Green Ghost.
Roy Little.
Yeah,
Green Ghost,
where is
yeah.
he?
Hello, Roy Little.
Hi, Roy
Yeah.
Little.
Here's a Mopa guy from Kingsville, Ontario. Thanks, Michael. And then who? The 49.99 top chat. What's his name? I know right here.
If you tap on it, it'll tell you.
Oh,
There he was.
John
John
Visner.
Visner.
440 for
Okay,
a Road Runner.
okay. We need to
Nice.
talk about the 500 horsepower 440 for my 1960 runner. You and your crew are the best. Send me an email. We'll get to talk to you, man. Thank you. Thank
If
you very much.
Google Indie Auto, you'll get the phone number at the shop.
That's
Grant
right.
Daniels Band has asked a couple of times if you've ever rebuilt a 426 Hemi 2 wedge.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Χρόνια πολλά, καλή χρονιά, Νίκο. Γιάννης P. Thank you, Γιάννη. Ευχαριστώ. Και εσείς χρόνια πολλά. Ευχαριστώ.
If Aristo.
Oh, we got another fellow Greek from New Hampshire.
Yeah? Where?
N1 KSF. Boom.
Wow, a Greek from New Hampshire. Love your videos. Thank you. Ευχαριστώ.
Right on.
Nick, have you ever had a Ford 47 camera in your shop? No. That's a
No?
4 cam.
Didn't you build one?
No, I built a
for-
side order
a
427.
side order for the hockey player.
That's right,
Right,
Saku Koivu.
Saku Koivu from the Montreal
And this
Canadiens.
one, no, this is a 4 camera. It's a single overhead camera we're talking about. See? 427 camera in
Yeah.
your shop.
Okay.
That's a very rare engine.
Super
No,
rare.
but I'd love to have one of those in my
yeah.
shop. I'd love to have one
They
of
make
those.
great music.
Nick,
Great
I
show.
haven't seen Eugene in the chat tonight. I hope he's okay.
Oh, I hope he is. Roadrunner James is here.
Awesome.
Would you make a video of the Charger going to Eugene? Well,
I want to figure out where Hemi Cuda 572 is because he just found a 66 Hemi Coronet 4-speed post car in Peru.
Wow.
Peru.
Wow.
Yeah, we got viewers in Peru.
That
I have
is
one sending me
rare.
emails from Peru.
Now, isn't that like a special year for the NHRA 426 Hemis?
Maybe, yeah. It's a lighter car, actually.
Yeah.
What's it? Shop Cat, is Ski-Doo, are you doing well? Oh, this is someone else.
George, come to this side. People want
I
to see
just-
you.
I've got to use the camera. Sorry,
Ah,
guys.
sorry,
I
yeah,
stay
there's
behind the
some
camera. You don't want to see this mess.
We just found the 60 camera. Hemi Cuda 572. You asked another
Please-
question before I missed it. I didn't catch
Please
it.
send pics, Hemi Cuda, and also contact information.
That's right. Scott is asking what's up with the 72 Charger. We're doing a rebuild on the 340. There we go.
Eric Miller wants to know if we've ever featured a 428 Cobra Jet on the channel. Not on the channel, but we've had one here.
Yeah, we had one. That was before YouTube. And then we got
At
John.
the old shop. I think.
Then we have John. Yeah, that was before YouTube. Yeah, at the old shop. Yeah, so
Right.
we had 2 of them actually. John Patty from North Carolina. Thank you, John.
Does
Eric
Nick
Miller.
like country music? Nick loves Motown music.
Yeah, that's right.
This one.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could say that. You could say that. Country music. I see it. Why is he putting the Black Ghost up for auction? His father told him not to sell it.
Agreed.
Good point. I would keep it in the family. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know? Anyways,
But
we're
we
gonna-
don't know their situation, so hopefully they're doing good, okay, and
And then we have Cosmo. Here's another one. Cosmo the Greek. Yasu from Windsor, Ontario. Wow.
nice.
There are
Cosmos.
Greeks. There are Greeks anywhere, everywhere. The Charger Dave, Johnny Horton. Wow. Simple Spin. A car that worked on my dad's Standard Oil station, a 69 Mustang Fortuné Corvette Jet in 1971. We did a few Corvette Jets down in the old shop. Nick, did you fix the 8-track in Kowalski? Good question. I'm on it. I didn't fix it yet. I'm on it.
question.
I mean, I want to
a
fix
good
it.
question.
Yeah, good question. I want it.
Detailed
No,
question.
I did not fix it. I want to fix it before I go to Carlisle. Because, you know, and I also want to put that reverse lockout, which I have to get from Brewers very soon. I ordered from Mega Parts. They didn't have it in stock, so now I'm going to order from Brewers next week because I want to get it installed. 1 year only. You have to put it in reverse, locks your steering, locks your shifter, take out the key, and you're all good. And then it's theft-proof. Yeah, nothing's theft-proof today, buddy. From Weeki Weechi, Florida, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. Melissa's doing a great job, eh?
Melissa's the best. We've
Yeah,
got the
she's
best
the best,
moderator
man.
in YouTube.
She's good, man. New York.
Greetings from Weeki Florida. That's a great town name.
Is it? I don't know. I never heard of it.
Weeki
Yeah. Weeki.
Right
Wow.
up there with Kissimmee.
Yeah.
Joseph's asking, do we like the donuts? They were good. They were good. We're kind of a little bit dry because they were, what, 10 days shipping?
Yeah, I think there were 9
Well,
days in the mail.
9 days?
Yeah.
They weren't
Couple
bad.
days at the border, probably.
Yeah, and we also got the coffee. Thank you very much, Joseph.
But we sure know
Good
where
thing
to
they
go
didn't
next
eat
time we're in the neighborhood. We're gonna head there.
Yeah, next time, guys, we're in Connecticut. We're going to that donut shop.
Ooh, Sunshine Coast, Australia.
Russian fan says we bleed yellow. Wow.
It is great to leave Lévis, Quebec.
Sherlock says Nick's gonna have 8-track with Billy Preston.
Eric Ball, Sparta.
Sparta.
Nick,
Yeah, my
I
father.
like Motown.
Yeah,
Al Green, Barry White, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, those are good choices. That's the Bandit.
Yep.
Here's another one from Colorado Springs, another fellow Greek,
Hey, you
Mark
guys are everywhere.
George. You know, I'm going to do something special this summer. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to surprise you guys. This goes for all the Greeks around the world. And it's going to be something featured on my Hellcat. But when it gets done, we'll do it. This could be a summer thing, temporarily. And it's going to be for all the Greeks around the world. But anyways, when the time, you guys, stay tuned for future...
A little bit of Greekness coming.
a little Greekness on the Greek thing, okay? So we'll take care of it then.
I'm looking forward to that.
How much?
Buzo, buzuki.
Hansi's asking how much snow we got up here, you guys.
Not that much right now. We had a little bit of a warm spell, so most of it melted, but it's coming.
There's about a foot up north in the woods, though.
Okay, up north, okay. Let's keep the snow down here. Mark Allen says, hi, hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Isn't that where they make the Corvette?
Hello, Kentucky.
No, it's Green. Is it
Greenville,
Green Bay?
yeah, Green, no.
Greensboro,
No, it's in,
something.
Greens River, Green.
God, they
It's
told
somewhere
me-
in Kentucky. I thought it was Green Bay.
I
No,
forgot.
Green Bay's in Wisconsin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Eric
Yeah, you
Ball, I'm
probably
doing
watch
fine. Thank
football.
you, Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
Ah, you guys some baklava, simple spin.
I would love some
I'd like to have a
baklava, yeah.
baklava right now. Make another coffee. Let's have some baklava.
Hungarian butter cookies. Those sound good too.
It is. Bowling Green, that's where it's made,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Bowling Green.
Attaboy, Roadrunners.
Thank you, Rush fan. Yes,
That's it.
Bowling Green.
Yes.
God.
I knew it was something.
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I love it.
from Dundalk, Ontario.
Yeah.
Bowling Green, yes, everybody's going. That's it. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yes, thank you. Look,
love it.
everybody's got the answer except
Yeah,
me.
man,
I
yeah.
can't believe it. You know, I have to say that we got the best viewers, man.
Amen.
I always said, if you need help, ask your viewers. And you know what? It's
true.
99.9% you get the answer.
Of course.
Always there for us.
You know, I always wanted to show what's that little thing in our 528 Hemi block, that casting.
Yep, that's going to be coming up on the Instagram this week. We're going to be
Okay.
posting some very up close pictures of what we found inside that heavy block.
Pretty artsy.
Cow-
actually.
Cowboy Fishing is asking hello from Jax, Florida.
Jacksonville.
Nice.
And then we got thanks from tonight's show from Blue Hill Cemetery. How's the weather in Laval? A little bit light snow, and it's a bit chilly.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
pretty
little
cool, eh? Not freezing, that's for sure.
But we just passed the 25th anniversary of our ice storm up here. So when we had a little bit of ice this week, we all got a little bit puckered.
Oh yeah,
Nervous.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nico, Doc Challenger, Adam, that's Adam from. Oh my God, I met him at Carlisle. Adam, how you doing, buddy? Actually, I've got his name here. I wanted to call him the other day. Adam, where is he? It's just past it.
Andrelos.
Yeah, he's Greek. He's
Okay, we got some
Yeah.
Mexican. We got someone from Mexican.
hello from Morristown, Indiana.
Watching from all over the place.
Yeah, it's awesome. Do you have a
Uh,
favorite Oldsmobile he wants to know from Mexico?
Oldsmobile would be the 442,
Yeah.
1970 with the W30 455.
For me, it's an 83 Oldsmobile Cutlass Cruiser station wagon.
Oh yeah, let's talk about a wagon.
That 70s show, huh?
No, that's a custom cruiser.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a full size.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a mid-sized Jeep.
Okay.
That 70 show
Yeah.
was a Vista Cruiser.
You're right. You're right.
Jack Fleming fan is asking me, from West Virginia, what was your first moped you ever drove? It was a 1973 Plymouth Duster that I bought new with my dad with a big 6-cylinder.
What are your thoughts on the 351 Cleveland?
It's a great engine. It's a great
second
engine.
best engine.
It
ever
is a
made,
great engine, let me
second
tell you,
best
man.
American V8 ever made, right behind the 426.
Simple
Anyone
Spin says,
disagree? No?
mine is a 71 W30. That's a good one too, buddy. It's good. Bill National from Largo, Florida. Man, everybody's telling me Bowling Green bow ties. Last Burns, Wiki is the mermaids swim in the large natural spring. The tourists live it. Great show to see. Oh wow, when you go to Florida, go there, man.
I don't want to go anywhere the tourists go.
No.
No. No.
And I think Florida's off the book.
Yes. Yes.
Kudos to
Sorry,
you.
Florida.
Kudos to you. What's that here? Kudos to hey Nick.
Good question.
Why is there a difference with the CCs between 413 head? Is it fairly common with mobiles? Because you had that Paul with the 340 heads, and one head was a 67, the other was 71. You know, you guys, these days when those years when they were building these engines, castings, you know, maybe one head was casted one day and the other one was casted another day, or a machinist didn't do his job right from one head to another. When he went for lunch, the other guy took over. Those days they were not CNC done. They were all measured by human beings with their tools, you know. So is it unbalanced? It's possible, and that is very common. Now, I don't think this only goes for Chrysler. This goes for every other company.
Agreed.
So like today, I'm sure the standards are more firm, more accurate, more consistent. But the old days, like that 413 in 1962, built for a 63 car, there's no way. So we have to do in-house all the measurements and blueprinting and do them the best we can.
In other words, correct all the big
67
fixes.
Vista Cruiser.
That's
I
what we
like
do.
that.
That's right.
Sorry?
Mooseman McGee,
Yeah,
67
oh, yeah.
Vista Cruiser. Those are
Okay,
nice. Those are
okay.
Wagon
beauties.
chat has begun.
Yeah, Joseph, I taped
Running
the
up
Meckham
on
auction today. We'll let you know how much the Black Gold sells. Yeah, Joseph, thank you. I'd like to see that. It's at Meckham. It's for sale.
Well, yeah, hold on, I got another.
What do you got?
Another comment on that.
What?
That somebody told me. It's there at Mecum right now, and it's side by side with the brand new Ghost, Black Ghost, the one, the tribute.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yes,
Chrysler
they have-
built a tribute car.
They have them face to face, two cars, the 1970 Black Ghost and the brand new 2023. And the guy said it's not going for sale yet.
I hope it stays in the family.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I have zero say, but
Of
me
course.
personally,
It's what
I-
makes the story so
it
cool.
does. Yes, it does. And Dad didn't want you to sell it. So
No.
I hope financially the family's good and they're able to hold on to the vehicle.
If Dad finds out there's going to be another kind of black ghost coming back and haunting folk.
Yeah,
You sold my car.
Will you buy an old Dodge shop truck?
Why not?
Oh, in a second.
That'd be cool. Like a
That'd be cool.
D100, like
Yeah.
like Derek's 440 powered.
Yes.
Built at Indy.
But that's an overkill for picking up blocks. And,
Yeah,
it's an
well,
overkill.
Maybe not.
I know. And it's a gas.
You get your parts fast.
Yeah.
A slant 6 or a 318.
You know, they're all good. They're all good. You know, and you know, I had a few nice El Caminos I wanted to look at to buy for a shop truck, but they were too nice. And they're all detailed. You want to throw a block in the back, you can.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm looking for a rough Ranchero, El Camino, or maybe an old Dodge truck, or a Rampage, the Chrysler
Really?
Rampage.
Rampage.
You're okay with a Ranchero?
Yeah, I like Rancheros.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
it's a Torino body actually.
Yes, yes. Well, depending on what year you're looking at, but yes, yes.
It
early
says
70s.
James saying that the Black Ghost is selling in May at
Mecum,
Meckham,
in
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah,
God.
that would sound
I
right.
hope not.
Ford Chopard.
Dodge D100
First time I
Slant
hear that.
6. I love it.
Oh, you know what? You talk about the Black Ghost with a modern car. What do you think I did? I have my 70 Challenger Kawasaki. We made a video a year ago
Yeah.
with my 2015 Hellcat. The modern Challenger and the original Challenger.
Send
right.
Shia to Mexico. He'll come back with an El Camino. and a tan.
Who's JG? Jimmy G.
Is it?
It looks like it. Jimmy G. Oh,
Of course.
Rancheros are sweet. Early 70s to late 70s. Yes, it is. That's right. Okay.
Oh, that's too funny.
Here, Nick, I just lost
Nick
George.
Ananios.
Here it is.
Colonia Pola from
Ronja Polanico from
Bethany Beach.
Bethany Beach, Delaware.
Delaware.
The smallest state in the USA.
Delaware always
USA, I
reminds
should
me
say,
of
sorry.
Mike
Scott B.
Myers. We're in Delaware.
Charger Dave, Little Red Express. Plat 6, that is. 66 El Camino were nice too.
Jerome, Idaho. Dodge Spirit RT.
Will modern Hemis last? Well, if the electric cars take over, there'll be no Hemis left.
Well, I mean, the modern Hemi's real weak link
Bandit,
is the
thank you, Bandit.
pistons.
Sorry?
The modern Hemi's only weak link really is the pistons.
Well, they got the lifters that turn on the camera.
Right,
that too.
That too, yeah.
72 Charger 383. There was no Charger 383. It was a 400 in 1970.
Aha!
Wait a minute.
Ah,
The first
1972.
Trick question.
1972 was
Gotcha,
a
Scott.
400, not a 383. The last year of the 383 was 1971, just in case. But from the outside, they look alike. General Lau, what joke? Burned up the starter. We didn't burn up the starter. Started, man. There's another
Chevy
one.
S10 4.3
Yeah.
Turbo V6, aka Cyclone and Typhoon.
No Manny tonight. No, he's not here. He's not here. I would,
Got a hair appointment.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Don't tell that to Bandit. Don't
I'm
tell
gonna tell
him.
him you said that. Hello from Aland, Finland.
How many miles do you have on your Kowalski Challenger, Nick?
5?
Jack, no, 460 miles. 460 miles on the floor. And believe me, I was beating it. And it never broke down, eh? I've never changed the clutch.
You built it.
Yeah, I build it.
That's 'cause you
I
built
drive
it.
it hard. I was telling George, what we show on camera, something less than what I really did behind the scenes.
Yeah, there was a few thrashings that happened off camera.
Yeah, we drove it really hard.
Amazing.
I think it broke a few necks too when you were driving it around downtown. I saw lots of swiveling heads.
Oh yeah, that's a good looking car.
Mooseman McGee, Chevys and Fords rule the drag strip, Mopars own the racetrack.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I remember my brother Flip when he had the black Duster, he was cleaning up pretty often. You remember Flip with the Duster?
Oh, yes.
With that 360 Magnum.
That boy can
He was,
drive.
Wasn't
he was
there a
doing
while
good.
though when all the funny cars were running Hemis, including the Fords and the Chevys? They had
still do.
I think they still do.
They still
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Well, if you guys look at the dragsters, they're all Hemi engines.
That's all you need.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Top Fuel, the fastest cars, are all Hemi engines.
They're based on the same architecture.
Nick, we're way over an hour. Just to let you know,
Okay.
the batteries are hanging in there, but just to let you know,
What stroker combination do you like best for the 400 and for the 440?
Yeah, you build a few, eh? Which one's your
Yeah,
favorite?
I would build for a street car
470.
470.
470 out of a 400.
Yes.
Isn't that what you had, a 470?
And you know the 400, the
Yeah,
400,
okay.
yeah, and the 400 is a much stronger block on the main
On
webs.
the mains, yeah.
So build a stroker with a 400, you guys. You can't go wrong with that.
I dated Tom Selleck's cousin Melanie. And her
Yeah.
mom had a mint gold Duster with a 6-cylinder.
oh my god,
Awesome.
that is the coolest story ever.
Did she have a Tom Selleck mustache?
I was gonna ask how was her mustache.
What is a Dodge Charger Ute for the shop?
That's probably
Ute.
Ute, that's like the half pickup, half
It's like a-
race car they make in
Oh.
Australia.
No,
the
Smith.
front.
There's a company in the U.S. that sells a kit where you can take a Dodge Charger and turn it into a
Turn it
pickup.
into a Ute.
A Ute, yeah. Yeah, you can do it with a Volkswagen Golf or Jetta, and you can do it with the Chargers. It's actually pretty cool.
That,
See the
that,
new carbon fiber chargers?
I have not known.
Those are cool. They take a new Challenger, they gut it out, and then they put a complete carbon fiber 68
Interesting.
Charger body.
Interesting.
And a few inches wider.
I like what the Grand Daniel, okay, wait, Darren Hammonds. Where are you guys located? We're just in Laval, Quebec, Canada.
Just north of Montreal.
That's right. Just
Oh
over
no,
Montreal.
snow chains and Fisher plow for Kowalski?
Yeah, bring
don't
it
know if
out.
we can do
Bring it
that.
out, man. Bring it out. And one guy saying we put in a Vanishing Point 2
With
with
your
Nick's
car.
car as a star. Hey, I
Yes.
love that part.
Yes.
Then we got Pete Evans. Thank you very much, Pete.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
crew.
super chat.
As
Thank you,
everyone, hey, as everyone else says, but best damn car show on YouTube. Keep sending out those notifications. Happy Friday and from Santa Monica.
Thank you, Santa
I
Monica.
think we're going down on my cousin's Vinny couple of Utes.
Couple Utes.
Okay.
The two Utes.
Two Utes.
I've been to Santa Monica a few times. Okay. I think we should call it up for tonight, whatever. I don't know. We got a lot of things going on. I want
Let's
to thank
wrap her up,
everybody.
Nick.
Yeah, it's dinner time.
Yeah, Nick the King, the Hemi King. Well, we've got 6 Hemis right here we're working under. I mean, under construction, I should say. And And they just, and you know what?
They keep coming.
There's one more coming.
There's more
You
than
said
one.
it. And there's two more Hemi coming, and two more 440s coming in. And they're not going to stop. You know, I never realized how many 440s are out there. Here we are, 52 years later, 53 years later, and the 440s are coming in nonstop. It's unreal. Anyways, I wanted to say now, you guys, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I also want to
love it.
and I want to thank you, Tony, Nico, Shayad, and I just want to thank all our viewers, our Patreon supporters, and everyone else that's involved with Nick's Garage.
Another shout out
Melissa,
to Bandit.
another shout out for the Bandit.
With his third super chat of the night, Bandit,
Yeah,
put
Bandit.
your money away. You're
Bandit, thank you,
Happy
Bandit.
birthday, man.
Keep it up, and I'll buy another Hemi.
No, we'll contribute to Manny's hair fund.
Okay, how's that? So I want to say a special thank you to everybody. Of course, also our customers that bring in these cars for us to work on.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, of course, and all the engines that they bring in. I want to thank all our customers for that. They're letting us show it off to the world, actually, because right now, from what I see, so many things happening, coffee from around the world. I get emails and everything. So we officially could say we are global.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, we are global.
We are, yeah.
And we still have another 62 flags to put up. I'm trying to find time and space
And
to
space.
do it.
We need a
Space is
bigger
key.
shop.
And you know, we already have 188 or 189 flags hanging right now in my shop.
Few duplicates.
And we have a lot of duplicates, so we put up the first names. I want to thank everybody.
I'll say my idea again. Anybody who's closing down their old dry cleaners, we want to buy your rotating rack, and we'll put all the flags on that.
That's
not a
right.
bad idea.
That's good. That's good. That is a good deal. And and
Genius.
Yeah.
hey,
That is genius.
I
That's
don't want to
true.
expand his head too much, but yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good
yeah.
idea.
So bottom line, I want to make a thank. We're gonna give a big thank you to everybody,
Thank you, guys.
and I love you guys. And of course, we hit over 1,000 viewers tonight,
That's
which
impressive.
made my night. Which we did it last time also, and I like to show up. I like to show what goes on into my shop every week. So you guys, I put you an update what's going on. I'll show you as much as I can, and whatever you guys see, it's all real. They're customers' cars. They're not mine. And what we do is we try to do our best to make everybody happy.
We hope you like the show as much as we like bringing it to you.
That's right. And you guys, thank you very much for staying on board here on Nick's Garage. Thank you and good night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.